So tell us who you were, what you experienced, and what you finally came to realize.
I didn't know that I had a part in this story at all until I was regressed. I was helping Julia Cannon, Dolores Cannon's daughter, in Miami. And as part of the class, somebody was regressing me to practice on me.
Yeah.
And I went to a past life at Atlantis where I was a judge. And my job was basically to sort through thousands and thousands of cases and figure out who could stay and who could go.
Among the mutants.
Among the mutants.
Because some were more able to live alongside society, right?
The ones that were violent or were causing destructive behavior, I was told that they would go to this island where there was a facility and they would be given help and things like that. But what I didn't know was that that was a lie. They were really being all murdered.
Now, you eventually, with two other people who were in this capacity,
right,
went to this island. So let's talk about your experience, because this was all the big reveal to you, because you didn't even know you were going here.
So I decided that I really wanted to see this island because we had sent thousands and thousands of mutated children and adults to this island where we were told they were given a better life. And I really wanted to see where all these people went. And when I got there, there were no people. There was just dust. Meanwhile, I'm doing this regression in front of the whole class in Miami, and people are coughing in the audience. They're coughing and they're sobbing because they were there. I didn't know this while I was being regressed, but I realized that they were all murdered. And this regression wasn't just for me. It was a group regression, as we later found out.
Yes. So now you've come to realize that you were being lied to the entire time.
Right.
And you know what's happening to the bodies. And then what happens? Do you go back? Did your regression go, I can't remember if it went beyond that, where you returned to the land and told your findings.
Well, we all went back and we wanted to help as many people as we could and to stop this. But I was pretty much so devastated that my heart gave out and I had a heart attack. And that's basically why I'm here again, just to shed light into what happened and try to help these people once again.
Right. And now what about Jen? So now let's pick back up where her story, it hasn't ended yet. So let's pick back up with her story.
So as she was a prisoner in there, they did so many different experiments on her. And she witnessed everything going on. And she was given a helper. And this helper was somebody that she knew she could pass this information on to.
Okay. And that helper was to retain those records, so to speak? Okay. And ultimately, she did die. She died. They gave her tiny bits of freedom, but not really. I mean, they always had an eye on her and controlled her.
But what she did see during her few walks during the day was just this beautiful city. I mean, Atlantis was amazing. And they had different moats that they used for their water filtration system. I mean, it was really interesting how they used, it was almost like a triple osmosis filter. And they would propel the salt out, so they would have the salt on one side and then fresh water on the other side in the inner moat.
Early desalinization
Yeah, exactly.
units.
Exactly. And the different flying vessels where they use propulsion and magnets and different conductivity agents. And so she was really fascinated with it, almost like a guilty awe when she would walk around the city during the day.
But she never really got to have contact with the ordinary citizens.
She didn't.
She just stayed in with those who were policing her. So her feelings, of course, are very, very negative about who the Atlanteans were, because she was exposed to nothing but cruelty. So that's where you almost have to then pick up with other people who lived in Atlantis elsewhere or at other times to start piecing together the rest.
Right, exactly.
And so you have other clients